Vaginismus. Noun. Painful spasmodic contraction of the vagina in response to physical pressure, especially in sexual intercourse. Okay, so what is that? What does that mean?
I would describe vaginismus as the involuntary contraction of your vaginal muscles.
This is Stephanie. She goes to school in Texas.
Mainly at the entrance, upon any kind of penetration, although that varies from person to person. Some people are able to handle different things than others, and this can range from being uncomfortable to excruciatingly painful. And some people also experience the feeling of there being a wall, which is essentially when the muscles are contracted so tight that there's basically a wall.
Oh, okay. So basically, when you have sex, it hurts.
It feels very, very bad. The amount that it feels bad can range from person to person and from different experiences, but no, it feels very bad. Vaginismus has definitely impacted a lot of potential beginnings of relationships. I feel like I haven't really experienced too many times where vaginismus has been the key reason that a relationship didn't end up coming to be, but it puts a lot of stress on me personally at the beginning of a relationship because, you have to wonder, how do you bring it up? When do you bring it up? How are they going to react? Is this going to be a deal breaker? And I found that more often than not, it hasn't been a deal breaker, but I definitely have brought it up to somebody, and that ended up being why we didn't have a relationship. And that's just kind of what happens sometimes when you have vaginismus. Yeah, so mainly it's affected beginnings of relationships.
Not a lot of people are familiar with vaginismus.
That's Jen. She's a stay-at-home mom.
Probably more than a lot have absolutely no idea what it is. When I first got diagnosed, I was so lucky and blessed to find a website that not only had the information about the condition, but a forum where I could talk to other women that also had it. I think my pregnancy was probably one of the toughest things with vaginismus, just because there are so many exams, including internally, and doctors and nurses just kind of I don't know if they forget or don't look at the chart, but they just assume that you're going to be down for this exam. I've had nurses just come in and be like, oh, take your clothes off, time to get undressed, let's get it. And I'm like, did you even look? How do you not know? I don't think that it's that they don't care. Maybe they just aren't familiar with it. They're just kind of uneducated. I was at an appointment once and I had two nurses standing in front of me, and one asked the other about me. And she's like, oh, who's that? The other nurse responds, oh, the girl with the broken vagina. Even if these nurses had looked at the file and seen vaginismus on it, what are they even gonna do? They have no idea.
So, I remember hearing about an inventor.
This is Tony. She's originally from the UK.
And I'm pretty sure it was Nikola Tesla. And he talked about how women were machines made only for bearing children. And obviously, I was off-put by that, but say that he were right. Say that, for argument's sake, is what we are here to do. Granted, all people are really meant to repopulate and continue to populate anyway, so according to evolutionary standards, you didn't do your job unless you... Yeah, so you'd think that maybe any sexual dysfunction would not exist, because that goes against everything that we spent millions of years evolving to do. It doesn't really make any sense as to why vaginismus exists, if that's the case. Another sexual dysfunction, just like ED, for example. Most of society would see it this way, but also I'd say the media probably sees a woman as something that they can control. They being the government, society, you name it, media in general, too. And other than getting pregnant, if you're a woman, no one really tells you, except I think they mentioned it once in a health class. They're like, oh yeah, also don't have sex because you might get an STI or an STD or something. And no, okay, there's a lot of little things. After you have sex with someone, you should go to the bathroom or else you're gonna get a UTI. Do you know what a UTI is? Urinary tract infection, okay? My sister got one, my mom got one, my other sister got one, my other sister got one. Like, freaking, it's so common, and yet you don't hear about that ever. Oh, but you see a commercial for Viagra every 5 seconds with another half-naked woman describing how great it is that her husband's like, can get a boner, great, awesome, okay. Like, you'd think that like, everyone would notice that, like, both genders have issues. Because we do. Everyone does. That's how life is.
Okay, so then what's the takeaway here for everyone watching this?
I want people to take away from this that vaginismus, first of all, exists, because so many people have never heard of it, and second of all, that it's more common than you think. I'm personally on a Facebook page with over 2,000 women who have this, and those are just the women who know about it and choose to join the Facebook group. I want more people to know about it because that allows less women to experience pain due to ignorance. I think that spreading the word about vaginismus is just so important, because who hasn't heard of erectile dysfunction? I mean, vaginismus, on the other hand, almost nobody knows about, and I just think that if more people can at least know about it, more people can take it seriously.
You know, I want people to know that this exists, that it's an actual problem. You know, vaginismus is not in someone's head, okay? People should know about it because, you know, someone could easily just say, oh, so, like, okay, you don't have sex, right? It's kind of uncomfortable, you know? It hurts. I don't find pleasure in it, and that sucks. So you don't like it, so you don't get attracted to people? No, I do. I still do. Here's the issue, okay? I will like someone, all right? I have a boyfriend, and we love each other, and he definitely wants to engage in that, and I want to too, you know? Don't get me wrong. I still want to. I still have those feelings. The thing is, I can't act on them without being scared of pain all the time, okay? And I think that's where it sort of gets lost. And then maybe it's that tension that people don't understand, but put yourself in my shoes. You want to do this and you can't. I think that exposing people, at least just to the term, to the idea of what it is, the fact that it is real, is important. You know, and same goes with every other female reproductive health issue. You know, they're all important in general.